Icon Audio Arts.
The Icon Black Lives Matter series, America's Eternal Shame, 30 Years a Slave. Written by Hughes. Narrated by Geoffrey Giuliano and the Icon Players. Welcome to the icon world of classical literature. Within the art of writing, there is a very special category reserved for what we generally agree to be stories and tomes which are a significant cut above, which so elegantly describe the human condition, winding their way word by word, chapter by chapter, through a delicate web of beautiful storytelling, as to remain untouched by even time. Those are, by definition, the classics. When the synergy of truth, intelligence, and insightful description come together in a tale which moves one emotionally, inspires and educates, those works are indeed classic. To be so in tune with one's literary powers as to create, often from imagination, a story full of emotion, tender at heart, and overflowing with some illumined truth from deep inside, so that it can be universally recognized and relived by the eyewitness. That, too, is a classic. Here at Icon, we go far beyond the recommended reading list of the studious English language major to bring you what is the elemental soul of the art of the written word, so that you may, in your own way and time, enter into the story laid out before you to be forever changed and just that much more enlightened. That, then, is the true power of classical literature, and our humble attempt at its presentation herein as an audiobook to remember. Welcome. African American Studies are an interdisciplinary academic field primarily devoted to the study of the history, culture, and politics of black people of the United States. The field has been defined in many different ways, but taken broadly, it not only studies African slave descendants, but also the community of the African diaspora linked to the Americas. This, of course, includes scholars of African American as well as Caribbean, African, and Afro-European literature, history, politics, and religion, as well as those from disciplines such as sociology, anthropology, cultural studies, psychology, education, and many other disciplines within the humanities and social sciences. Intensive academic efforts to reconstruct African American history began in the late 19th century. Amongst the pioneers in the first half of the 20th century were Carter G. Woodson and Lorenzo Dow Turner. Programs and departments of African American studies were first created in the 1960s and 70s as a result of inter-ethnic student and faculty activism at many universities, sparked by a 5-month strike for black studies at San Francisco State. In February of 1968, the university hired sociologist Nathan Hare to coordinate the first Black Studies program. The department was created in September of that year and gained official status at the end of the strike in the spring of '69. The creation of departments in Black Studies was a common demand of protests and sit-ins by minority students and their allies, who felt their culture and interest were underserved by the traditional academic structure. Black Studies is a systematic way of studying black people in the world, such as their history, culture, and religion. It is a study of the black experience and the effect of society upon them. This discipline also implements history, economic pressures, and gender relationships, among other relevant topics of interest to the black community and beyond.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?